Well, first, the summit with North Korea collapsed, and now, according to U.S. military and South Korean intelligence, Kim Jong Un is rebuilding his nuclear launch facilities. And quite frankly, it would be foolish to have expected anything different. The president's own national security advisor said North Korea was playing us before he even took the job.
Why in the world would they agree to not halt the program, to give it up completely? It just doesn't logically make any sense.
Because they're lying. There's an all-purpose joke here. Question: how do you know that the North Korean regime is lying? Answer: their lips are moving.
President Trump thought he could bend an unstable, murderous dictator with nukes to his wishes. And like his predecessors, he is likely wrong. To understand here what we are up against, you have to understand Kim Jong Un and how our intelligence says he functions. Listen to E.J. Otero. He's a former director of intel operations at CENTCOM who also focused on North Korea at Pacific Command. Is Kim Jong Un a psychopath?
Absolutely.
Crazy?
He is insane. This is a gentleman that he has grown in his cocoon. He has grown as a child in a world in which he is the center of the universe. No exposure to the rest of the world, real exposure, like his father and grandfather who faced the Korean War. This man believes that when you tell your country, this is the haircut that I want you to get, and they do, and you believe that everything that you say the world has to bow to you, you're a psychopath.
But if you are insane and believe the universe revolves around you, wouldn't you just say, well, I can flatten things too. Here goes.
He could do that, and that is a wild card.
On that sobering note, the president's approach of stroking a psychopath's ego could complicate future efforts to deter North Korea because he raised Kim Jong Un's expectations of how he's to be treated by the United States. Go back to the sequence of events here. First, Kim Jong Un vowed to nuke us and then dialed it back a little to get the president to praise him.
Obviously, he's a pretty smart cookie.
Trump elevated Kim Jong Un on the world stage and boasted about a letter from North Korea he had not even read.
A letter was given to me by Kim Jong Un, and that letter was a very nice letter. Oh, would you like to see what was in that letter? It was a very interesting letter. I haven't seen the letter yet. I purposely didn't open the letter. I haven't opened it.
He called this man, known for his duplicity and for torturing and killing people, honorable in his diplomacy.
And I think very honorable from everything we're seeing.
And he even said Kim Jong Un was excellent to the Americans his regime imprisoned, including a sentence to hard labor.
We want to thank Kim Jong Un, who really was excellent to these three incredible people.
Trump agreed to suspend our military training exercises with South Korea that help prevent accidents. And as Kim Jong Un called the training war games, Trump started calling them war games too.
We call them war games, and I call them war games. And
Trump then wrongly declared there is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea after wrongly declaring North Korea agreed to denuclearize. And then claimed everyone thought that he, President Trump, should win the Nobel Peace Prize.
everyone thinks so, but I would never say it.
Not long after that, reconnaissance and intelligence suggested Kim Jong Un was continuing to produce nuclear fuel, and now intelligence says he's rebuilding the launch sites. Again, just as the National Security Advisor predicted before the first summit. Before he took the job, John Bolton said the gestures from North Korea were just a ruse to buy time and advance its nuclear weapons. And while we hope he's wrong, history and current events suggest he may be right.
They want to buy time, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever it is they need to get across the finish line.
Well, President Trump is not alone in this. His predecessors also tried and failed to denuclearize North Korea. Trump tried a different approach and, to his credit, got some Americans released and some remains returned and a pause in missile test launches. But he was certainly wrong in claiming North Korea is no longer a nuclear threat. And Trump now faces the same problem that dogged his predecessors. North Korea has a long history of trying to manipulate, saying one thing and then doing the other to get attention, buy time, and get concessions with no intentions of scrapping its nukes.